Welcome to Metabolism Lesson 2.7. We're going to diagnose Elisa today. So we're going to look at what you've been learning about Elisa, and you're going to apply what you understand about the human body and how it works and what needs to get to the cells and figure out what is going on in her body. So in activity 1, the warm-up, the medical students have a letter, which is you guys. So it is from the doctor, and she says this: today is an exciting day. You will get to look at Elisa's test results and work together to use the available evidence to make a diagnosis. Remember, our medical team started you out with 4 possible claims about her condition. 1 is she's feeling tired because she has diabetes. Number 2, anemia. Number 3, an injury to her pancreas. Or claim number 4 is that she has asthma, and that's what's making her feel tired. So you want to read this message and complete your warm-up now. Pause and complete your warm-up. If you're still here with me, number 1 on your warm-up, please make sure you click the one that you have been investigating. Decide what area of the body that condition would affect, and then make sure you click the molecules that would be affected by that condition. Okay. Welcome back. We're going to go into activity 2 where we analyze her test results. So you become an expert on one of those 4 conditions. Using the sim, you ran tests to collect data on a model of a person with either anemia, asthma, diabetes, or a pancreas injury, and you also collected data about what a healthy body would look like. So today you're going to receive similar data for Elisa. You'll work to identify which condition best matches her test results by comparing them to a healthy body and the body with a condition. So you're going to compare it back to what would be normal in the healthy body and see what is going on. First of all, you're going to work in groups of 4 and take turns explaining the medical condition that you investigated with one another. So you want to discuss it with the group members to make sure everybody's on the same page. There should be one person from each of the different possibilities for what she might have: anemia, asthma, diabetes, and pancreas injury, and work together to explain it to each other to make sure you all understand. So you want to make sure you say that the medical condition that you investigated was this, that affects the body's ability to get molecules, and then the condition works like this. Make sure you go ahead and complete part 2 and look at the healthy body system diagram that you have on card number 1. And I'm going to flip over there now. This is the same healthy body systems diagram that you looked at in last lesson when you were doing the activity and deciding what scenario you had each chosen. And then we're going to look at card 2. So in card 2, you're going to work with your partner. So one of you guys is going to stay on the Amplify screen, and the other one is going to navigate back to that healthy body table. So one of you stays right here, and then one of you goes back to card number 1. Okay, so you're going to compare the test results you have here with the healthy body condition results. Does the evidence support the claim that she has this condition? Now you're going to switch and compare to the other conditions too. So you're going to compare each one of these conditions and discuss your evidence when you agree upon a diagnosis of what's going on. Now remember, you should be grouped up with somebody at your table that is working on the same lesson so you guys can talk about the results. So let's discuss our expectations for her results. First of all, what do you predict you will see in Elisa's test results? If she has the condition you are representing, then what will you see? So discuss this with your group and decide what you would see if you had anemia, asthma, if you had an injury to the pancreas, or if she had diabetes. So pause here and discuss that with your group. Now, as I just said a few minutes ago, you're going to flip to that screen 2 and have the other partner stay on screen 1 so you can compare the test results that you have in the sim. So you'll compare and discuss the evidence for each condition. And you are going to have another pair join with you and discuss with you as well. So there should be the 2 of you talking, and then the other 2 people in that group of 4 that you're working with, you should all get together and collaborate after you are done. So determine which of the four claims you most strongly agree with. You're going to need to write an argument in the next section. So you're going to need to decide which one of these you are going to go with. Think about what evidence you have that backs it up and supports your claim that she has diabetes, anemia, an injury to her pancreas, or asthma. So pause the video here so that you can decide on that before you go on to activity 3, where we're going to write the argument. So in activity 3, you are going to write that argument now. So it's going to be supporting the diagnosis that you decide that you want to claim that is affecting her. And you're going to need to have evidence to make a strong scientific argument. So some of you guys are going to be writing evidence that to support a claim that does not have a particular condition. For example, your group is supporting the diagnosis of diabetes, but you investigated asthma. Your argument will focus on the evidence supporting the claim that Elisa does not have asthma, and in medicine, ruling out different conditions is actually important when we look at diagnosis. So if you're saying that this is what I read about and I know that she doesn't have this and you need to support it with what you do know. So let's review how you will write your argument. So in part 1, explaining the healthy body, you are going to first explain how a healthy body functions. And we have the questions here for you to answer. The fact that she's feeling tired, she has this condition, whether the right molecules are getting to her body. If her body were working correctly, this would be what would happen with oxygen. So you want to read these questions and go ahead and answer these questions now. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and pause, jump back into the lesson to part 3 and answer these questions. There's a few more as well. Now we're going to look at part 2, which is also in part 3 of your lesson. You're going to first, it's just a little bit further down the page, but you're going to first identify which claim is supported by the evidence. Then you're going to write an argument about it. Now, in your argument, you want to say that Elisa does or does not have the condition you investigated, and you're going to describe why she doesn't have the condition that you investigated. So again, jump back into activity 3. I'm going to jump over to Amplify for just a moment. So you're just going to select which one of these you think is correct and put the other ones as not being supported by the evidence. Now, if you notice down here, I've actually started a couple of questions for you, and you can use these in yours if you'd like to. But I just used what they started saying here. My group thinks that she has which condition, which is making her tired. I think that she does have this because, and then you're going to put your evidence and your reasoning. So evidence is going to be things like maybe you go back to the article and there's a sentence in the article that you're like thinking that is backing up whether she has it or not. You're going to put that there, and then you're going to explain the reason why she doesn't have it, or she does have it, and why that reason goes along with it. You can also say she does not have it because, or she may have it because. You want to get strongly which one you think it is, and then tell why you think it is. And remember, you can also say she doesn't have the one you researched because of certain things as well. So part 4 is going to be a should do. Make sure you guys check with Canvas to make sure you know which parts of the lesson that you do need to do as your must do's and which ones are for your should do's. This is a should do. So you're going to revise your argument, read it over, and decide how well you did with each of the following items on the left-hand side. So they have a few things for you to read over and decide, did I do that in my argument? And that's what you want to check for. So just one more thing I wanted to clarify with you guys is for this activity, when you evaluate and when you write your evidence claim and your reasoning, you want to make sure that you have all 3 of these in your argument. So you want to make sure you have the question you should know is what is going on with Elisa, right? Which medical condition does she have? And then your claim should be something about the natural world, that you're saying she has asthma. That's your claim. And your evidence. Now, you guys looked at many different things in these lessons. You looked at the sim. You can also refer back to the healthy body picture that we looked at in the last lesson that you also had in a previous slide in this lesson. And you want to make sure that you give a solid piece of evidence from one of the things that you have read or done in the sim, or one thing that you have seen in one of the activities we've done, to be clear and convincing with your argument. And then the self-assessment, if you decide to do that, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just to reflect on what you've done so far. And that is one of our not a must do. So you can do it if you would like to. And that is the end of our lesson. So jump back into Canvas and make sure that you guys know what you need to complete for today.